Is Ohio Senator Robert Portman. Mr. Senator, welcome to the program. It's good to see you, sir.
Great to be on with you. I always love watching you.
You do?
I do.
You just saw my
You're
interview.
spirited.
No, wait a second. You just saw the interview with Iowa Congressman Mr. Blum, who also watches the show, and I went out of my way to say thanks for watching, right?
I didn't hear that, but you somehow make business much more interesting. That's all I can say.
Thank you, Mr. Senator. I'll take that to the bank. Thank you very much indeed, sir. Now, what's the timetable here? We've reported that you could, in the Senate, start debating the procedural motions today. Take me through the timetable to get through the Senate.
Yeah, we have a pretty ambitious timetable, and who knows what happens in the United States Senate. Sometimes things get delayed, but the timetable is to try to move today with the first vote, which would be a procedural vote, as you say, to get on the bill, and then begin the debate. I think there's about 30 hours set aside for debate, which is good. I want to have a lot of debate. I think that's important. And then people can offer amendments. Anybody can offer an amendment. That normally takes a couple days, Stuart, because it's they call it votorama. You know, people can just continue to offer whatever amendments they want. So it probably goes into the weekend, and then there would be a vote.
Okay, but you wouldn't schedule any kind of vote today unless you knew you got 51 votes in the United States Senate, right?
Well, sometimes that's logical, by the way, but sometimes you just don't know until you actually call the vote. And look, we have 52 Republicans. 90% of those Republicans are strongly on board. They think this is the right thing to do for business investment, for productivity, and so on. But you're right, there are probably 5 members who are still uncertain. And
do you think, there's a lot of speculation, Mr. Senator, and you know this, that it could come down to John McCain, Senator John McCain. It could, couldn't it? And you don't know which way he will go, do you?
Well, I don't. And look, you have to talk to John directly. But I will tell you 2 things about John McCain. One, he will do what he thinks is right, and he won't be affected by any of the politics of this. But second, when he ran for president in 2008, and really in his whole career, he's been for pro-growth tax reform. He believes in it. He thinks that lower rates and broadening the base is a good idea. He thinks middle-class tax cuts are a good idea as well. So I think this bill in structure is very similar to what he has supported in the past. And I would hope that in this case that, we'd be able to get his support and, frankly, the support of others who have specific concerns, but overall think that the bill is directionally correct. And I would put in that category folks who want to do something on the state and local and property tax deduction or want to do something to help pass-through companies more. But they still think this bill is basically sound.
Okay. Once you've got the 50 votes, once you've tallied 50 votes, do you think it's then possible that some Democrats will come over and join in with the yes votes? I'm thinking Claire McCaskill from Missouri. The president goes there today. There are others. I mean, do you think it's possible that once you got the 50, once you can be sure that you're in, then some Democrats will join? That's possible, isn't it?
I do think that's possible. And I think it's possible because, again, if you look at what this bill really does, it provides significant tax relief to middle-class Americans. And there are many families in these states and in those districts in the House side who will benefit directly. On average, someone's going to get about a $2,000 tax cut. In Ohio, the median family income tax relief is about $2,400. And then, as you and I have talked about in the past, the business side of this will actually generate more jobs and higher wages because of the increased investment and productivity that comes with that. So that will benefit families, in my view, even more than the direct tax relief. But that's why I think in the end of the day, there are a lot of Democrats who will look at this and say, it's going to be good for the people that I represent. I don't know how many will vote our way, but I think after you get to 50, there's probably, as you say, a handful of members on the other side of the aisle who would be willing to support it.
Senator Rob Portman, don't be such a stranger to the show if you like it so much. Sir, please. Thanks for being with us, sir. Much obliged.
Take care.
Yes, sir.
Take care.